You already knew. Somewhere in the back of your mind, before it even started, some part of you knew this person was going to be complicated. The signs were there. Your friends saw them. Maybe you saw them too. And yet you fell anyway, completely, helplessly, like the knowing made no difference at all. And the real reason why is far stranger than bad judgment or low self-esteem. It goes deeper than your childhood, deeper than your last relationship, deeper than anything a personality quiz could tell you. What is actually happening when you fall for the wrong person is something your brain has been doing for a very long time. And it was never designed to make you happy. It was designed to make you survive. Rewind. Go back to the beginning, not your childhood. Further, go back to the ancestral environment your brain was built inside. Open grasslands, small bands of people, a world where your survival depended entirely on the people around you. Who you bonded with determined whether you ate, whether you were protected, whether your children lived. Attachment was not a feeling. It was a biological strategy. And like every biological strategy, it was not built for comfort. It was built for urgency. Here is what most people do not know about how attraction works. Your brain does not evaluate a potential partner the way a hiring manager reads a resume. It does not calmly weigh pros and cons. It runs a much faster, much older process, one that is almost entirely unconscious, almost entirely emotional, and almost entirely based on pattern recognition from your past. Psychologist John Bowlby spent decades developing what he called attachment theory. His core finding was this: the way you bonded with your earliest caregivers, the way they responded when you needed them, the way they made you feel safe or unsafe, became your brain's template for what love feels like. Not what love should feel like, what love feels like. The blueprint was written early, and your nervous system has been matching against it ever since. This is why familiarity feels like chemistry. When you meet someone whose emotional patterns echo the ones you grew up with, your brain does not register a warning. It registers recognition. And recognition, in the brain's older language, means safety. It means known. It means this is the shape of love I already understand. Even if that shape was painful. Even if that shape left you anxious, or abandoned, or never quite enough. Especially then. Researcher Cindy Hazen at Cornell University extended Bowlby's work into adult romantic relationships and found something that stopped a lot of people cold. The same attachment patterns that formed in childhood, secure, anxious, avoidant, showed up with remarkable consistency in how adults experienced romantic love. People with anxious attachment were drawn repeatedly to partners who were emotionally inconsistent. People with avoidant attachment found themselves circling relationships they simultaneously wanted and pushed away. The pattern was not accidental. The pattern was the point. Because your nervous system is not looking for happiness. It is looking for resolution. It is trying to finish something old. It is running the same emotional scenario from your past and hoping, this time, the ending will be different. Psychotherapist Harville Hendrix called this the imago. The unconscious composite image your brain builds of the people who shaped you earliest, and then, quietly, without your awareness, uses as a search template for romantic partners. You are not looking for your mother or your father in a literal sense. You are looking for the emotional fingerprint, the particular combination of warmth and withholding, closeness and distance that your nervous system learned to navigate first. And when you find someone whose fingerprint matches, when someone makes you feel the exact specific mixture of excited and uncertain, seen and slightly destabilized, your brain does not say danger. Your brain says finally. This is what people call chemistry, and it is real. It is a genuine neurological event, but it is not random and it is not magic. It is your oldest wound recognizing itself in another person. Here is where it gets even stranger. The brain chemical most associated with romantic attraction is not serotonin, which produces calm contentment. It is dopamine. And dopamine does not reward you for having something. It rewards you for wanting something. It fires in anticipation. It spikes hardest in uncertainty. The neuroscientist Wolfram Schultz mapped dopamine release and found that the chemical surges most powerfully not when a reward is guaranteed, but when a reward is unpredictable. This is why the person who texts back immediately, who is consistently warm and available, who has no mystery or hot and cold behavior, that person often feels flat. Not because they are less worthy,
because they are too predictable for your dopamine system to find exciting. And the person who keeps you guessing, who pulls close then retreats, who makes you feel electric one day and invisible the next, that person floods your brain with dopamine every time they re-engage. The uncertainty is the drug. You are not weak for feeling this. You are not broken. You are running chemistry that evolved in an environment where intermittent reward meant a food source was real but scarce, worth pursuing hard, worth obsessing over, worth staying close to. Your brain cannot distinguish between a berry bush that produces fruit unpredictably and a partner who gives affection unpredictably. Both trigger the same chase response. Both feel from the inside like passion. But there is another layer underneath even this. Researcher Arthur Aaron at Stony Brook University studied what happens in the brain during early romantic love and found that the regions that activate most strongly are not associated with emotion in the way most people expect. They are associated with motivation and reward, the same circuits that activate in cocaine addiction. Romantic love, in its early stages, is closer neurologically to obsession than to affection. And like any obsession, it narrows your perception. It makes the object of your attention feel singular, irreplaceable, uniquely understood. The brain in early love literally suppresses activity in the prefrontal cortex, the region responsible for critical thinking, risk assessment, and long-term judgment. You are not seeing clearly. You are not supposed to see clearly. The system was never designed for clear seeing. It was designed for bonding, fast, powerful, overwhelming bonding that overrides hesitation. The hesitation that might otherwise stop you from attaching to another person at all. So when you fell for someone wrong for you, your prefrontal cortex was quieter than usual. Your dopamine system was louder than usual. Your attachment blueprint was running in the background, recognizing something familiar. And every piece of your ancient machinery was saying yes at the exact moment your rational mind was trying to say wait. You were not making a mistake. You were making a match. Just not a match for who you are now. A match for the emotional patterns you learned first, before you had language for them, before you could choose. The question that matters is not why you fell. The question is what you do with the pattern once you can see it. Because seeing it is the first thing the system was never designed to let you do. Tonight, if you think about the people you have loved most intensely, the ones who made you feel most alive and most uncertain at the same time, you are not remembering bad choices. You are reading a map drawn long before you knew you were being shaped, a map your brain has been following faithfully ever since. You did not fall for the wrong person by accident. You fell for the person your nervous system already knew how to love. The work, the real work, is learning to want something your system was never taught to recognize as home.